Without question, teachers want to control the flow of their course instead of students choosing random content. The student completion feature in Schoology enables teachers to have complete control of the flow. Student completion allows for setting formative assessment benchmarks to achieve mastery. Student completion in Schoology exceeds the expectations for meeting the digital trend of student learning personalization. Student completion is also an effective tool to implement adaptive learning. By setting the rules for folder completion, students will be required to complete the folder in its entirety in order to progress. Teachers can set the rules of each component in a folder to must complete, must view the item, must post a comment or reply, must make a submission, must score at least a certain score. To begin using student completion, nothing is required on the back end to enable student completion. By creating folders in which the content is moved inside, allows you to set the parameters for each item. Be sure that the content to be placed in the folder is in the proper order. Next, click Options and then Student Completion. Within the Student Completion dialog box, select the item that you would like the students to complete first, and the same for each subsequent item. On the drop-down for each item, you will be prompted to set student completion rule. For instructional content items, the option is to view item. This will require the students to, at least, open the item to view. This could be a PDF of a text, an embedded video, or even a link to an article. For formative assessment quizzes, you can set the parameter to achieve a target score. The target score could be 100%. This would accompany also setting the quiz attempts to unlimited. This strategy would be to achieve mastery. It is noted that when setting up the folder for student completion that you can check the box to require the student to complete the items in sequential order. This is an important feature to control the flow of the content. Each item can be viewed as a scaffolding technique building on one another. From the student viewpoint, each item in the folder will display the target for each number that must be achieved. Each subsequent item will display as gray and be unable to be opened until the previous parameter has been met. This allows the student to visually see the path for completion and mastery. The student completion feature in Schoology accelerates this learning management system from a simple repository to a dynamic adaptive learning tool. But we must all remember that the human element of teaching must be involved in the entire process. Student completion is simply a way for you to multiply yourself as a teacher for the completion of a portion of your course.